Have you guys heard of the new cryptocurrency that's going wild called Cum Rocket?
No.
Is that fact?
Let me guess, it's another meme coin?
It's a meme coin. So basically, PancakeSwap is this platform that you can create any like Ethereum-based token off of. Yeah. So we could literally create one called HuddleTalk coin. And it's bullshit. It's just like you post on social media and people buy into it. But they're called cummies, or like I think in the company or whatever they're.
So these coins don't actually exist.
They exist, and you can buy them, and they're worth like 1/100 of a cent. And the company is called Cum Rocket, and there's 0 points in it, and it's just another meme coin.
Weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, but there's gonna be a ton of those now.
There will be a ton of them.
They're only gonna blow up if
we didn't even give these guys a proper intro.
Yeah, hit them with the intro.
Whoa! Welcome, ladies and gentlemen,
Welcome
to episode 4 of HuddleTalk TV, man.
Yes.
Got my guys with me, Nick, Mike, Kamar, myself.
By the grace of God, we're all here today. This is why we're late. The people, we had some of our audience say, why are you guys not live yet? It's 11 o'clock. Well, the truth was we all live in different time zones.
Yep.
Some of us were still in Dubai.
Yeah.
From where Dana White flew us out to that last event. It wasn't even on TV. It was more like a top 100 wealthiest people in the world.
Yep.
Yo, Kamar, you sent out that thing scrolling to visualize the wealth. Did you guys actually go through that?
No.
Okay, so I spent, a couple minutes. Like
that was fucking annoying.
The perspective.
The thing on Reddit.
Okay, what about
the perspective it puts you in? Like you scroll through like a visual representation of wealth,
right? And
a dot pretty much is the average American's annual income. Then it shows a millionaires, and it shows a billionaires, and then the respective amount of the top 100 families' wealth, which is trillions of dollars. Visualizing trillions of dollars, it's like your brain doesn't understand a number that big,
right? Of course,
until you see it, dude.
You have to literally continue scrolling through the graph, essentially the horizontal graph. And you're literally scrolling forever. Like you can't
literally
stop.
3-4 minutes.
It's literally 4 minutes of constantly going in comparison, right?
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
And the thing is that
I'm glad I didn't open that, but thank you for telling me about it.
It's very interesting.
So what that actually represented, the max amount was like $32 billion or something. And the whole reason that came up was because they were saying there was if they actually tax the top, what is it, like not even like 0.1% or the top 1% of families,
right?
And check them out for like fraud evasion and tax evasion, all that stuff. The amount of revenue they would get in 10 years is $72 billion.
But you can't go after those people.
No, wasn't it over the last 10 years? They've fraudulently avoided $7 trillion in tax, U.S. dollars in taxes.
I don't know if it was trillion or billion.
Trillion, $7 trillion. Yeah.
So it's almost it's rough.
It's almost $1 trillion a year is what they avoid in taxes that they're supposed to be paying. The top 0.0 whatever percent.
There's always a way around it.
And the thing is, though, the people who are like, when the people are like, oh, like I don't want to pay more taxes, I'm wealthy, like, this isn't for you. You're already paying the most tax you're going to be paying. This is for like people making like hundreds of millions or billions of dollars.
But the point of it, the point of it though was to illustrate, like, I saw a lot of people in the comments going on about exactly what, let's say it's 0.7 trillion, 700 billion a year.
Right.
That there's this 0.01% is not paying taxes that they should be according to law. What that could mean for the country,
right?
Like education, health, roads,
infrastructure.
Crazy infrastructure. Like that's a crazy amount of money,
right?
That like that's nuts.
So can we just talk about for a sec
that Joe Biden wants his hands on?
Yeah, can we just talk about for a sec? We didn't have this pulled up, but we totally forgot. So the Bill and Melinda Gates divorce. So
damn,
let's talk about this for a sec.
She's out here renting.
First of all, did you see the island she rented? Yeah, just to get away from
$100,000
I want to ask the question. For any feminist, and I think there's feminists in their own right that are good people that are on a just cause.
Right.
I don't hate it. I think it gets a bad name because there's extremists to everything, right? And I think there's extremists that obviously completely throw off, the mission of what women are looking for in the feminist movement. Right. But let's just acknowledge and call a spade a spade. In 2021, for somebody to be able to strip a man like that of $100 billion.
Is that how much she got?
Yes.
100 billion?
100 billion. So his net worth was something like 200 and something.
That is ridiculous.
So basically, I think the number. We have an article, but fuck the article.
I'm pretty sure he gave it to her in like stocks too.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, obviously
He gave her all his Apple shares,
equity and all that. But
Coca-Cola.
I think what it came out to was about 120 billion something.
Right.
In 2021, how can somebody say that the judicial system in civil court is fair for men?
Definitely not. Definitely
Does
not.
anybody deserve that amount of money?
I don't.
I
know.
mean,
Well,
he's got it.
Of course, nobody.
She
I don't
built it with him.
But hold on a sec. Well, you made the perfect point. The money is not liquid. It's invested in company. It's invested in stocks. Bill Gates is not rolling around with $100 billion in his van.
Yeah, but he
right?
transferred her shares and stuff.
I know, but like I don't understand how in any means is it acceptable to say
Okay, you're saying that amount. You're
that
saying
amount
it's
of
a bit
money
too
that she
excessive.
deserves half of
It's
that.
excessive, right?
How is that fair?
No, I don't think it's fair either. But I think they're gauging it on like the time they've been together, and basically she helped build this. Like she was with him the whole time. Right?
Yeah, through Microsoft. I get that, but I look at it.
And plus, they have children as well, right? So
I know, but I don't understand how
like
you can
the mother of your children.
take that amount of money and decide that that's.
But does it
fair.
really?
It's just half.
Does it really impact him though?
For him, I don't think it's an issue.
even
For
with
like,
Jeff
But that's
at
not
my
the- that's
level,
not the argument.
That's an issue.
No,
That's
of
not the
course, but
argument.
Did you see Jeff Bezos when he gave away?
Yeah.
The amount of money he
Yeah.
gave away in his divorce.
Yeah.
He made that back in the pandemic. Like,
But
easily.
but that's not the point to be argued. I don't think
Okay.
that's the fair point. Just because
Okay.
he's made it once doesn't mean he can't make it again. I agree with you.
Right.
But point being, in 2021, it just blows my mind that that's kind of.
No, right. No, I agree. But how do you gauge what to give her then?
It's just-
What would you say? What would you say is a fair amount?
I don't know, because there's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
And plus, when they have that much money, like I think giving her like 100 mil is like a spit in the face.
But I guess what I'm trying to get at is, imagine a 20-year-old girl looking at this and saying, "Okay, cool. I guess that's a strategy."
No, but that's different. Like this, they were together from the get-go.
27
That's
years,
why I
man.
think give her half.
But let me clarify, whether she was with the guy for 60 years, 20 years, or 5 years.
Right. You're saying the amount.
A 20-year-old can be like, that guy's going to be my sugar daddy. I'm going to milk the fuck out of him. I'm going to throw him into this terrible divorce situation 5 years from now when I'm bored of it. And I'm still going to walk away with half. That's my point. Whether you take a guy like Bill Gates,
Right.
you'd think is untouchable with that amount of money.
So you're saying the love isn't genuine?
I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that, like, for
He's
what
saying it could lead to that for people.
if that
But
guy.
that comes with money, man. Who can you really trust? Like,
But that's what I'm saying.
You
If
can't.
he's-
But then you
You're
have
gay
to.
ones.
You just sign a prenup, bro.
I don't even think that'll protect you.
No way.
There's a lot of things that you can dodge out of that. But point being is, you have a 25-year-old girl. It makes it perfectly okay to say, you know what? If you're unhappy in 5 years, and I'm paraphrasing, I don't know the specifics of Bill Gates' situation, but it's precedent for a young girl to say, I'm 25, I don't have a career, I'm going to leech on to some rich guy.
Right.
And it's a two-way street.
Definitely.
Right?
Yeah.
You want the newest, latest, and greatest, and if you have the money, buy the younger woman. That's fine. Buy the marriage. Right? But point being, it trains you, and as a society, it basically just says, 5 years later, once you're fucking bored of it all, you can leave with half of it.
Don't they have to prove?
It's a quick come up.
Don't they have to kind of prove in court that, like, first of all, how long they've been together could impact the settlement, but also the woman's career, like her career, or how much it's been impacted based on what the guy is doing. So
Yeah.
like let's say it's an athlete, let's say it's LeBron James, and LeBron and Savannah split, and Savannah went to court and said, we had 3 children in the first 4 years of LeBron James' career. I could now not get a career because I was at home doing this, and that. So I feel that I am worthy of 40% of his salary to this point, because being with him has stopped me from being able to do something that I've wanted to do.
But who goes to say that you would have made?
No, but I'm saying
Yeah,
that's
but
part of
like
the.
she took that burden away from him, so that's her portion
I'm
of like
Her
just saying-
sacrifice.
Yeah.
I'm saying this is what their arguments are. If they're going to come out with something like something impactful, meaningful, a high percentage, they have to have an argument behind it.
Right.
I would assume, because Melinda Gates has been with him since day one.
She's a day one.
It's a day one. She was always going to get quite a bit of money
Right.
And
I wouldn't even argue if I was Bill. I'd just be like, here's
well,
half.
it's so much money. In his case, I know Nick's arguing for the grand scheme of things and not necessarily what that money means to Bill Gates. It's just like what gives like that's a shit ton of money to what has she done to just randomly get that money? You know,
well, then
it's his empire.
There's precedent.
But she's going into court and she's saying her biggest sticking point was behind every great man is a great woman.
Yeah.
And then the judge is like, holy fuck.
That's deep.
That's so true. Here's 140 billion.
Do you mind if I stop the truck and I tweet that for a sec? Adjudicator. Type that out. But like when you look at that, I just think it just sets way too much precedent. And obviously, as a female, my understanding in divorce court is you've basically been accustomed to a certain standard of living. That's also factored into the payout.
Too. Exactly.
But it's like I feel like that's not designed in any way to help anybody but the female.
Wait, so how much did
So
she get?
I think that goes
like
back
over
to
100
how,
billion.
So
how
would you?
society is, right? Like it's typically like, okay, well, the guy's the breadwinner and the wife is the one that's the home taker or the
home taker.
Yeah, or the birth giver or something.
The birth giver.
Oh yeah.
You're very directed roles.
Yeah.
No, but that's typically how it was, right? So when a divorce happened, well, it was mostly the guy that was affected. Maybe.
Moistly?
No, he is.
Mostly.
Mostly.
100%.
But like what I want to see in the past, I've never seen a modern divorce story that's been publicized where the guy walks away with half the woman's money. That's that's all I'm saying.
Serena Williams?
Someone.
Serena Williams, right?
Serena
Williams
Yeah,
and her husband.
there
Her
was-
husband got a lot, bro.
Yeah.
And he secured the bag.
I remember
secured the bag, bro.
the Kings.
Things just aren't the same anymore.
Bro, the Kings of the 2020s were happy with that storyline. Yeah.
Yeah, but
So do you think that we should set a precedence, or we should follow that precedence, and
no, I think all we're just
marry
saying is
rich,
that
divorce early?
there needs to be a change in how the wealth is distributed.
Civil court is just completely unfavorable for the man.
Yeah.
In child custody, anything family
Yeah,
related.
I was gonna
So
say
I
another thing. Well, the child.
So what's the
custody-
benefit of marriage as a rich person, knowing that there's this, like
A lot of
this
people-
could happen?
A lot of
like-
people avoid it. A
Yeah,
lot
exactly.
of rich athletes.
What
don't wanna get
incentive
married
do you
because they
have
know
as
that
a
To get married?
if they ever get
rich a man like Bill Gates that has the world at his feet? Like, why would you get married knowing that, hey, like,
Well, he got
I
married
can't trust
25 years
anybody.
ago.
No. Okay, let's just say, forget Bill Gates. Let's just say a guy that's 25 years old.
Yeah.
That's a billionaire.
Yeah.
Okay, what incentive does he have to get married, knowing that, listen, first of all, I'm not going to find genuine love because obviously everybody is going to want something.
Yeah.
Like,
You're married. How do you feel about that?
well, bro.
Put you on the spot right now. So there's a big come up.
Yeah.
This podcast takes off.
Yeah.
You get to deal with Manscaped.
Right.
They're now paying you $100K an episode.
Right.
to shave your balls.
No, of got to take
The
care.
sexualizer.
You got to take care of your
I
household,
was
regardless,
looking
right?
at their
Yeah.
razors up
But
the other
with like somebody like at that age, man, and
Yeah.
you got all that money, like, I don't think you would run to marriage, like,
There's no incentive
because
to.
you can't trust anybody. Like, that, hey, you know what? 3 years down the line, who says that? She says, you know what? I'm tired of this. Like,
Yeah.
I just want the money. Like, I love the lifestyle.
Mhm.
Let me just like move on, and he can move on. Like, he won't lose anything.
I think there should be protection against money that you bring into a relationship.
Yeah.
Like, I think
Yeah.
that, like, as
Sure.
a baseline.
So you bring in you're
Like, if
worth
you're a
100
bill-
million.
yeah, if
You're worth
you're-
100 million at the start of the relationship. That's not touchable.
that's not
That's
touchable.
your-
If you
yeah.
become 300
So
million, then
here's-
split that.
Yeah.
I have an idea. To protect all the kings out there, we're going to make a cryptocurrency called King Coin. Okay? It's going to be sheltered on a tax... Sean, maybe we could talk about this offline. We're going to find a tax haven. It's for all the kings. And it's going to be like some kind of money that you can tuck away that becomes untouchable. I know whatever just happened. The thing went off. That's fine. Whatever. But I can't believe it, man. I honestly think if there was some kind of a cryptocurrency that kings could invest into, that it was like divorce coin that just benefited men, I think that's on the come up.
It'd be a hot commodity.
That'd be a hot commodity where kings, it's like everybody pools money
Kings
in.
supporting kings.
Yeah, kings supporting kings, dude.
right.
That could be big come up. That's for sure.
No, we just need a
Yo, we got like 3 viewers right now. This is blessed.
straight up.
Who's out here?
Shout out to you guys.
Probably.
Sorry we're horizontal today. We fucked everything up. We're all it's okay though. We got you. Yo, so let's move on. Mike, talk about the rocket in China.
Okay.
We're gonna pull it up.
So as of yesterday, at some point, China announced that the rocket made re-entry and parts of debris landed in the Indian Ocean.
Yeah, right.
I think they said it's near the Maldives.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there's a map right here. We don't have it on screen.
What were you saying? 13 kilometers a second.
The rocket was going 13 kilometers a second in
13
space.
kilometers a second in space.
That's fast.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous, bro.
Yeah.
That is pretty fast.
So if your girl ever says like, "How come you only lasted a minute?" Be like, "Well, the rocket in space was faster, so at least
that's true.
you got that."
That's true.
That joke missed, bro. That joke missed. I know you
I heard we had 3 TikTok followers. I was
We
quick
pumped
one.
the message.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
but
not how fast you go. It's not how long you last. It's how fast you go.
Come on, just save me.
yeah, there you go.
No,
Come on, tell your joke that you told us on Friday.
Hey, it was a brainstorming idea. I was generating thoughts. I was
Yeah.
using my imagination. I was going off.
He was generating thoughts and going off.
Bro, you took it off a fucking Instagram video.
So, but let's talk about this rocket for a sec. And before we get into it, I just want to say TikTok is a great platform. We respect the heck out of the Chinese Communist Party.
They kind of put us on.
No, we don't.
All right,
No, we don't.
Hold on. We appreciate.
We don't rate them. We don't rate them.
We will get banned. We will get banned.
We
and
don't
they
rate
will-
them, bro.
But hold on a sec. Their technology. Can you build a rocket? Do you know how?
NASA does.
But hold on a sec. But like that's why I don't want to like. I think
That's not
My
area of
representation. I got guys for this.
but first of all, if the rocket's going 13 kilometers a second, respect.
For real.
I don't care if
real.
it
Could you do
crashes
better?
and burns.
Why are you
do
coming
better?
fast? Why are you coming fast?
That's pretty fast, dude.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah.
No, it is.
Rest
It
in
really
peace,
is.
Paul Walker. But that's pretty fast.
No. Wow, we gotta edit that part out. We gotta edit that part out. You're gonna get us canceled. We're
Why
live.
would we get
We're
canceled
live.
for that? I said
We're
rest in
live,
peace.
bro.
No, fuck him.
No, man, you bro, speed. I don't know, man. I think
Vin Diesel riding the Chinese
Alright.
rocket, Fast and Furious 11.
Yeah.
Dude, that
Oh,
could be the
Yeah,
point.
that's probably where the new movie is going already, man.
So
And the next one will be
no.
the next one will be
space.
on the moon for sure.
Yeah,
So I think this really begs the question. Obviously, every time there's a rocket in space from
Right.
SpaceX, there's multiple tweets a day now. We kind of know that's happening. But it's interesting to know that obviously other sovereign nations have their own space programs. Like China must be doing a lot below the radar that we will never hear about, trying to compete against whatever SpaceX is doing. Because that's a
I don't
real
think it's
race,
under
dude.
the radar. I think it's just
What do you
not.
mean
It's
under
just
the
not
radar?
known. It's not
Sonar?
known to the public, right?
But why would they
I think
not
other
make that
nations,
public?
Other nations know what's going on.
About the Chinese? We only heard that there's a problem when it became a problem. You know what I mean?
You don't think other nations knew about it though?
The Chinese rocket?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, like us on our level.
Oh yeah.
Like obviously there's
Oh yeah,
there's
we don't hear
intelligence.
about
Yeah,
it until it's
intelligence, yeah,
a
yeah.
problem.
I'm just saying, like SpaceX makes the stuff public. Check out our rocket in Texas today. Come watch the launch. That's what I'm saying. The Chinese party probably keeps stuff so under wraps because they don't want their citizens necessarily knowing. And obviously there's other programs that kind of go on.
And they consider like everything national security.
Well, it makes sense.
Yeah, bro.
Makes
Yeah,
sense.
we're watching you as you log into
But-
Facebook, even if they have.
No,
do they even
China.
have Facebook, bro?
No. China would never do that.
They don't
China's
have
the
Facebook.
most straightforward government there is in the world.
There's no nonsense.
Man,
There's
shut up,
so
Outta here, bro.
so remember, Kamar, I'm taking that button away from you.
bro. Take it away, bro. Why
It's
is
like
it
you
there?
forgot how to speak. Remember I said you take that Neuralink monkey
Kamar, do you
and
want
you give it the
food?
5 Facebook reacts. We're gonna give you a banana smoothie, and we're gonna give you the smile, the thumbs down, and the heart.
Kamar, do you want food? Press the button.
Kamar, did you like that one? Anyways, so remember we were talking about, Sean, I think you were saying like colonies in space or like whatever somebody's working on that's like space related, it's property of the US government in North America. Were you saying that? I think we had a conversation about this.
Maybe, I don't remember.
Okay, well, point being is
I don't remember.
Bro, what are you trying to get to?
what
Yeah.
I'm getting to, so I pulled up a Reddit article, check it out. So
Yeah.
this is just like one of those shower thoughts, but one of the guys was saying, so like the 13 colonies who declared independence from Britain, future human space colonies will likely go through the same scenario, declaring independence from Earth. So like it may be an American company that goes up there, then one day they're going to be like, you know what? They never really cared about us anyways. Fuck them. We'll make our own laws. This is our
Well,
country.
yeah, that's the whole
I
space
think what
race, right?
goes
They want to
behind
go,
that,
they
though-
want to go colonize everything up there. They want to go and
That's why everyone
get
wants
all
to
the
be
minerals
the first.
and all the
They wanna be
rocks
the first
and
so
like
they can-
own every, like all the natural assets there.
But like it'll become like, I know this is kind of what we brought up last time, but can a company become like a sovereign nation? It's unclaimed soil.
So I mean,
Tesla probably.
Certain companies are larger than governments.
Yeah.
So it's definitely not out of the realm of possibilities.
So do you think
But
that's
I think
happening?
For,
That's such a
I think
reach,
for
man. No
sovereignty
way.
up in space, though, you're gonna need some sort of military.
No,
From who?
Military.
Backing you.
From
Protect
what?
you from
coming to
what?
you?
Protect you from what? Yeah.
Space Jam, bro?
Aliens?
No, but that's the thing, though,
Martian?
right?
LeBron James?
Well, I mean, maybe not from aliens or something else. Like, not,
So then what?
Like LeBron James
Yeah,
is
bro. What
gonna
do
be
you
pulling up in Space
Okay,
Jam.
so what do you need
But
it to protect you from? There's
from
nothing
oth-
out there, bro.
Other companies.
Other companies, other.
Okay, so you can have
other
your own. The
colonizers.
whole idea is that you have enough and you can self-sustain, right? If you can self-sustain, that's when you're going to do that. If you're relying on
When have
someone.
we
We're
ever
back on this
self-sustained?
self-sustainability
We'll
conversation.
talk about this
Oh.
later. Can you imagine like a mothership and there's a giant Amazon logo on it and you just see it floating in our solar system?
That's literally gonna be
You know that space rocks are becoming a problem, like space debris, and litter
Yeah.
No
around.
way.
Yeah. It's becoming a problem.
Really?
What?
Yeah. Hey, orbiting the Earth. Yeah. There's
Really?
there's a bunch of shit that's now starting to collect.
Well,
Obviously, it'll probably take another couple 100,000 years, however
To
it
impact,
is.
yeah.
Yeah, but apparently, as time goes on, there's going to be more issues with space debris, and sending stuff out of orbit will become very dangerous. That's why, like Rings of Saturn, like you basically even though it's just a ball of gas, you can never really get to the center because it's just
There's so much like rocks.
you're
and
gonna
all-
die.
Yeah.
You're not gonna be able to avoid that stuff,
Yeah.
right?
Saturn's
Yeah,
rings are all
Man, I think
rocks
that's
and
just
asteroids
bro,
that were all broken up.
It's like wow,
Damn.
why do we have to like
It's
go
like
that
okay,
far? Like
but when
what benefit do we get from that, bro?
From colonizing space.
Going
Yeah,
into
like,
space
going
because
When we use up the
because
resources.
bragging
because-
rights.
because-
Bragging, that's what it is.
What are you
right?
talking
No,
about?
because Earth won't have a future because we're going to destroy Earth. So
you don't know humans? We can't fix what we have.
what?
You're
No,
gonna
it's
destroy it
inevitable.
and then
It's
go.
inevitable that one day Earth will no longer
Exist.
Okay,
humans will no longer be able to exist
Yeah.
on Earth. So they're looking for somewhere else to
Inhabit, yeah.
continue the future of humans.
So if Earth,
Potentially.
if Earth was a video game, how do you know like you beat the level? How do you know
when
like
we get off Earth,
The buzzer.
when we're in space, I don't know. We don't beat Earth. Earth
no
beats us.
no? But what I'm saying is like how do you know like
All
okay,
the poor people are gonna be left at Earth, and all the rich.
But can you like beat Earth? You know, is that like a level in
No.
in?
I don't know, man. I don't think that
Bro,
that would
all
even
I know
happen,
is
bro.
that even if we got to go live on Mars, like I'm not trying to do that.
Bro, I don't
Don't
think so.
worry,
How about
don't worry.
you?
It won't be your lifetime. It won't be your
I
lifetime.
know
Don't
you
worry.
could. You
Mine.
could.
Sorry, guys. HR is gonna be on my ass.
What if what?
No comment.
Do you think
No comment.
Do you think that would, like, you guys remember all the conversations about like ancient Egypt and how like the gods brought all this technology to like build the pyramids and stuff? Do you think like do you think that's true?
I think they just use humans.
The aliens?
No, the ancient Egyptians, like, they just used humans, like a bulk of slaves.
Yeah,
Hold
that's
up.
true.
Yeah.
They were built different.
To build
Yeah.
the pyramids?
Hold on.
There's nothing more to it.
I don't know. I haven't done enough research, but I swear to God, I just want to ask: were black people actually the Egyptian kings?
I have no idea, man. I haven't done research.
You know that
but-
most of the Egyptians were colored. They're not like.
Yeah, there.
Well, I'm not saying
not
they're
your-
white. I know, but
Yeah.
like
What?
I don't know, man. That's a question that we're gonna have to.
because I saw on Black People Twitter, it was like we was kangs. I remember seeing these posts.
Yeah.
If it's on Black people Twitter, it's fact.
Well, I don't know. I haven't done enough due diligence, but
Yeah, I haven't researched.
I consume my information 140 characters at a time.
Yeah.
Get my sources from Reddit.
Yeah, I only consume biodegradable tweets.
That's right.
What do you think is going to be the first tweet that they launch into space if they put it in the capsule?
We out here. We really are, man.
Yeah, we out here.
We out here, bro.
Do you think there's no sound in space, right?
It's an out of body experience, guys.
No, like there's no medium for sound to travel.
So,
Deaf people going to be thriving.
but can you?
I don't know.
Bro, they already have they're used to it, bro. So like they're gonna take over the space.
That's true. They
Yeah.
But
could.
you know
We're not
what?
gonna
That's
know what the hell
probably
to
true.
do.
Because think about it.
We
if
can't
we
speak.
can't, yeah,
They can
if
speak
we
to each
can't-
other.
Yeah,
They can
exactly.
plan. We can't
Exactly.
coordinate
Yeah.
shit.
They
can plan
coordinate
in
If we
that.
do
silence.
long distance
Yeah.
communication through sound, are we just gonna have like massive billboards with like people signing shit? Like,
What are you doing? I'm
This
gonna
is my-
be like,
Compliance. Kamara's not in any gangs. We have to state that right now. Sorry to our viewers. We're not in any gangs.
I'm trying to sign language. This is American Sign Language.
I know. ASL.
ASL.
Okay, so anyways, we'll get off that. So space, whatever, we could talk about that. We're gonna go into even more controversial territory right now. Okay, so for those
Something went wrong with our live, eh?
Did we get banned?
we got banned.
live
As
access
soon as we brought it up.
for community
Guidelines.
Community
infringement of property, yeah.
Yeah.
we got a live ban for 24 hours.
we literally, as soon as we brought this up.
Why?
I don't
That's
know.
crazy, bro.
I don't know.
That's
No,
crazy.
it may have banned us.
Caitlyn Jenner.
It made
Do you think it was from before?
I don't know.
How long has that screen been like that?
I don't know.
Just
Just happened.
happened. Just happened right now.
Yeah,
Whatever.
It's literally the moment.
Is it that quick?
No, I don't. Maybe it was when we were talking about sign language.
Or
I don't
when we
know.
brought up the Chinese government?
Bro, we should have just went live on Instagram, man. They rate
It
us.
doesn't matter.
They rate us.
Okay, so Jenner opposes transgender girls. It's actually kind of more lit when you know there's like one person watching.
Yeah, I know.
Isn't that true?
I know.
Yeah. Okay, so Jenner opposes transgender girls participating in girls' sports. So
So I just want to clarify, when they say transgender girl, this always confuses me. Like, what are you when you're transgender?
A transgender girl is
Boy and a
biologically born
Male.
biologically born a male.
Yeah, and
who
turned into a
transition
female.
Okay.
to a female.
And transgender male is a female transition to male.
Correct.
Yes.
All right,
Yeah.
that shit always confused me. I just
I don't
grouped
know
them
why
as
it
like
would.
one like
I don't know why it would.
thing.
I don't know why it would.
It's pretty simple, bro.
Okay,
No, because like I
so-
was like, okay, well, a transgender girl, transgender boy. Like, so which one are you? I don't know.
Okay,
guess
they
what comes
identify
after
now as a girl.
transgender?
They're
They identify
identifying-
now as a
Yeah,
female.
no, I get that. All right, thanks for.
But they weren't a
clarifying
female.
So what do you guys think? Like, I know we're probably the last people that should be giving an opinion on
What
this.
was her quote on this, anyway?
So yeah,
Okay,
let's,
so her quote, so she's going for a run in the morning. Okay, this is what happened. She's going for her morning run, and I think she was doing, like going to Starbucks or something for a coffee. And TMZ or a reporter goes up to her, and the reason
Yeah.
why is because she's running for the governor of California.
yeah.
Okay, so they want to get a soundbite.
Yeah.
They want to ask her, hey, what are your thoughts on transgender girls in female sports? And she says she opposes transgender girls performing in female sports because it ruins the future of fairness in women's sports, because there are differences between biological men and biological women when it comes to that sort of thing.
Yeah, so look, this is a question of fairness. That's why I oppose biological boys who are
Yeah.
trans competing in girls' sports in school. It just isn't fair. We have to protect girls' sports in our schools.
Okay.
you know what I
So-
What
love?
about
You know
not
you know what
protect
I
girls in other places?
No,
That
but
make
Hold on,
yes.
let's.
Okay, just
You know
like-
what I love about this though? She did not answer a follow-up question from the reporter about whether that view delegitimizes the identity of children who transition and now
Yes.
identify as girls.
Yes, because the reporter,
trap.
The reporter,
It's a
yeah,
trap.
the reporter was
It is.
trapping her, and
It is.
and the reporter
It's a
immediately,
slippery slope, man.
yeah, the reporter immediately went, "Hey, how can you say that? That delegitimizes all transgender girls, this
Right.
and that sort of thing, right?"
Right.
And so she said, "Nah, I'm cutting this off. I'm
Yeah.
going for my
So
coffee."
guess what?
No.
So that brings us to, okay, so if you want to be a transgender girl, right? And you want to participate in this sports, and everybody outside of the sport recognizes you as a female, but when you're fighting or participating in the sport, you're not considered a female. So what is that?
I don't
Where does
know.
that bring
So
us?
the other thing though is that if she's saying there's
So you
biological
get to pick and
differences-
choose when you
What
can
about
be
a new league?
identified.
Hold on,
as-
let Kamar
Yeah,
let
but
Kamar say
the
this.
other thing though is like she's saying there's biological differences even when you become transgender. So if there's biological differences, are you
Right.
still like
You're still a man.
female or a girl?
No,
Yeah,
you're
you're
still a
going
man.
into
yeah,
That's
you're
what they're
still-
saying.
Exactly. So she's still agreeing
That's
that
why they
she's still
Compliance.
a man.
Exactly. So that's why they didn't want to go down that slippery slope with the questions, because she
Yeah.
knew it's gonna.
You can't win on that.
You can't win.
Because
Well,
in the
so the video went viral, or the interview, the question, the audio, whatever. It went
Right.
viral.
Right.
People lost their shit. It's 2021.
Right.
This is a
cancel
hot.
culture
This is a
came in
hot
hot.
topic in 2021, especially given the fact she's running for governor.
Right.
And she's a
she herself is
transgender woman.
And she's a
Transgender
transgender. And she's
That's
a
an
transgender
athlete.
woman.
Who is an
That's an
athlete?
athlete, yeah.
so that's the
Olympic.
fundamental
She
problem.
She recognizes her, like, basically that. Listen, I have these God-given abilities as a male, or I used to be a male, and I know it would not be fair to other females.
That's the fundamental problem. You have probably one of the most qualified people, a former Olympic athlete who is also a transgender,
Right.
who basically has been
recognizes
crucified
her abilities.
for not being able to make a comment about herself.
Yeah, exactly. Because I know.
That's why we're about to implode.
She can go back to the Olympics and start dominating female competition.
Yeah, but she's literally speaking about herself and her experience.
Right.
There's nobody more qualified. And for somebody to go in and say that she's wrong about that,
Yeah.
what gives them the right?
Right.
They're arguing with themselves now. They can't even agree.
But then again, Nick, it's like it's just the times that we're living in. It's like
people are just looking for problems.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's
facts.
you can see that by the follow-up question.
You can see it by the follow-up question. They were ready. They were ready immediately.
They didn't want to just end the conversation.
Why are you asking this completely random question to her in public?
And
in
she
the first
gave you an
place?
honest, genuine answer, right?
Yeah.
So she knew like once that he said that
She was gonna get baited.
I gotta get out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So here's the question, and this is where it's really tricky, right?
All right.
So you're a transgender girl. You identify as a female. You were born biologically as a male.
Right.
And the future of sports for you, you can't compete in female sports.
Right.
Is what the governing bodies are telling you.
Right.
But you want to compete in sports.
Okay.
But you want to compete in sports, so you go to compete in a man's sport. I don't think any transgender woman wants to compete.
Obviously not.
No. But I mean, for their own feeling inside, they don't want to compete.
What? But if Kamaru Usman said, you know what, I want to switch this thing up.
No. I know her point.
That ain't right.
I know her point.
That ain't right, bro.
I know her point.
You're going from weight classes to, you know what?
Bro, I agree. Bro, I agree. I agree with her opinion.
Total domination.
I agree with her opinion. But what I'm saying on the other side is like, I feel like what their argument would be is that I'm not competing in men's sports because I'm telling you I'm a woman. Like, I'm telling you I feel like a woman, so I'm in this. No, I can't compete in this woman's sports.
Okay, so why can't I look like this and say I'm a woman?
What?
Okay.
Then by
what
like
you
that
feel
same
like,
logic,
right?
then
You're
I can
saying
say,
what you
hey,
feel like.
I feel like a woman. I look like a man, but that's how I identify. But I identify as a
Shania
woman.
Twain.
Bro, it's
No, I'm saying there's
And
no
then
winning.
you just do, then you just do women's sports.
I understand.
Okay,
I'm saying. I know the counterpoint.
Transgender league.
There's
then?
no win here, though.
there's no
what I'm
winning, of
saying
course.
is that
So just create a transgender league where these guys.
that's my thoughts.
But I think if they're
know?
gonna do it, they need to do it properly. This is the class of Olympic sports where everything goes. You can be a man, you can be a woman, you can be doped up, you can be high on crystal meth.
Or not just that.
Let's do it.
Bro,
What
John
about
Jones
this?
is
What
there.
about this? What about the transgender girls
Yeah.
participate in men's sports?
Yeah.
Okay, and then if they win, you can say, hey, you know what? I'm a girl though. So
Yeah.
you know this is a.
You mean
this
if
a-
they lose?
This is a major
If they
dub.
lose,
This is
they
a
have
major
a-
dub for females.
Yeah, and if they lose, they have an excuse.
They have an excuse.
It's stupid.
Yeah,
so
so-
honestly,
They have no
if
excuse.
if you're gonna say, okay, I identify as this, or people are gonna support this,
Yeah.
then do you just let them do?
But there would be
whatever
no
they-
excuse. You're taking the fight. That means you think you can win.
No, facts. Yeah.
This is
people are gonna come out and say, "Oh, it was a girl," or like, "Oh, it's because she doesn't have enough hormones, or he doesn't have enough hormones."
That would just look insane in terms of like the gifs afterwards. Some guy just wailing on something that looks like a girl.
So guys, are we gonna agree with Caitlyn Jenner here that it is completely?
I think we
unfair?
should just speculate on the opinion. I don't think we should agree. But I don't understand if you take a man who wants to become a woman and then specifically seek out competitive sports.
Right.
I just question the linear decision making.
Right.
Why are you doing this?
Well,
if you wanted to be a
because they're
girl,
athletes, they were just a natural athlete, and they wanted to continue that after their change.
so then continue competing in men's sports.
But
Then you can be the first female transgender athlete that's also a very good athlete on the men's sports level.
then
Why do you need to go down to
no.
You
So
know what I'm
there's
saying?
I get
Yeah,
that, but
I
then
get that.
what are they allowed to do? Because if they're saying, "Hey, I'm a woman,"
And I think,
okay, well you're a
and I
woman,
think
but you can't.
obviously
So then
the
you can't
sport-
compete
the
for the
sport is-
male.
So what I would like to
sport,
see,
the government bodies for the sports.
what
right?
I would like to see is if a pro basketball player decided he's transgender, started growing out his hair, and still was dunking on people as a female.
in the WNBA. Yeah, that ain't right.
Name
bro.
the NBA.
That is,
He stayed in the NBA,
Right.
transitioned to a female.
But I don't know. If
Why
we'd
are
be
we
allowed to
seeing
do
that?
And then in that
What do you mean
case,
not allowed to do
No,
that?
he'd be allowed to do
What
that.
if he's still shitting on people, dunking on them?
Yeah.
NBA culture would go nuts. Like,
No.
this
That
guy,
would be-
imagine him having to share a locker room with everyone else. The other guys are not going to be there.
They're not going to be comfortable.
They're
at all.
not going to stay
But hold-
there.
but hold on a second.
They're going to demand him out.
But what if he was a sick ass athlete? You know what I mean? And that would be honestly
Then
that
they
would,
will still tell him to get the fuck out. They're just not going to.
that would be a BDE move though.
Yeah.
Let's be honest. If you decide you were going to transition to a female, take all the hate and still be
Imagine
like, a
James
really
Harden
good.
just
I
said,
don't know if
"Fuck it."
that would be big dick
Shave the
energy
beard.
or like no dick energy.
But
Damn.
Damn. No, but you still get to keep it. Still get to keep it.
Did he?
No.
Was that side talk or did he say that?
No,
into
I
the
said that
mic?
into the mic.
Okay.
But it's true though. No. But that's true though. Like some of these, like they're going through actual things.
but
right?
why
Like, they're
why
going
aren't we
through
seeing
changes.
cases like that?
Hmm?
Why are there no people to transition that are like, you know what, I'm
'Cause
still
these
going to
guys are
stay
from
in
the
men's
hood,
competitive
bro.
sports?
Because
They're not
just
allowed
that,
to.
No, it's not that, bro. I just feel like, these, like, it's a personal decision. People just don't want to do that.
Nobody's
you know, like-
transitioning. No female is transitioning to decide that they want to play men's sports. I haven't seen any of that. That's what I'm saying, because they know they're going to get absolutely wrecked, and it's just not something you'd want to compete in. Everybody's going the other way is my point, because you know you're going to come up nice and fast. You're going to run up on the competition.
Right.
And that's the only cases
up,
that we're
Kathy.
really seeing, right?
Right.
It's like I'm not seeing everything flow the other direction.
Right.
Yeah. Like, there's no transgender male in the NCAA killing it.
That's what I'm saying,
Yeah.
Yet.
right? There's no female that
Could
decides to
happen,
become a
who
male
knows?
that's in, like you said, on a professional level. That's
Man,
just
it's
absolutely.
a slippery slope.
Well,
man.
they're just not physically. They just don't have the same physical capabilities, and it's not even a matter of being equal or not, because like men and women are not equal, right? Like equal rights, yeah, sure, you should have equal rights, but then
Sure.
physically, and mentally, emotionally, we're not equal. Like we're all different, even among just us group of guys. So what's to say that women are going to be equal as well, right? It's just not. Like you have male high schools competing at like professional women's level.
But those are Jamaicans, and those guys could
No.
run my show too. Let's be
They
honest.
can run everything.
Yeah.
But like but even like take a look at like college basketball.
Yeah.
Would you like? Do they play better than the WNBA?
I don't know. I just want to know that if this
Michael, sports
There's
analysis.
dunking.
That's
That's the
is
issue.
tough.
With basketball, the issue is that there's dunking. And so
Yeah.
the
No,
competition between like...
It's,
Yeah,
not,
like,
it's not
there's a
just
huge
basketball.
gap.
It's everything.
It's just
not
everything,
Just
yeah.
basketball.
Yeah.
It's every
Bro,
single sport.
Yeah, but like it's very easy to depict the difference between like the men's league and the
Even
women's
boxing, bro.
No,
UFC,
and every
everything.
every
UFC?
sport,
No,
every
female
sport,
UFC is
every
insane.
sport, every
Bro,
sport.
it is insane. But
It's
yeah,
insane,
they're
but they
not
also
male-
don't have the knockout power, right?
They
You
are
put a
not.
man in that, and
Bro,
women's are going to be dropped.
Yeah, it's
Oh, I'm not saying that they're gonna fight each other. I'm just...
Well, I mean, if you have a transgender.
Okay,
woman
let's
in
just
the
say okay,
UFC,
but
then, yeah.
but obviously, a trained UFC female fighter and a regular average Joe guy.
Oh, the
Yeah, yeah.
trained
Well, I mean, a
UFC
trained
fighter will
anything-
kick his ass.
Yeah, I
Exactly.
think train
So
anything
that's
will kick
different.
most
Yeah,
people's
kick
ass.
To
ass.
put him
Yeah.
in the hospital. Like,
So if we put them on the same equal playing field where they both train the same amount of time and are given the same amount of resources, bro, at the end of the day, the biological difference is what's going to dictate the outcome.
It's the same thing
that's
when
what it is.
men are losing weight. When there's a weight loss challenge, men will always destroy women every single time.
Really?
Every single time.
All the
Every
hormones.
single
our
time.
ability,
Really,
our
yeah.
hormone
rate that.
abilities, yeah.
Yeah.
You rate that.
Yeah, so like it's
good for me.
Before women go on their periods, their estrogen level increases.
Right.
Estrogen is a huge factor for retention of fluids and water. So like that's just there's so much that goes into play, right? You
Right.
carry more water weight when, that's kind of in season. So there's just there's just so many differences. But listen, we've kind of said our piece, we speculated.
Well,
Final thoughts on it. Let's just hit final thoughts.
I would just say
Caitlyn
on the
Jenner.
topic of Caitlyn Jenner and her opposal of transgender women in female sports going forward.
In male sports.
In transgender women.
Oh, transgender. Yeah,
transgender women.
exactly. Yeah.
Anyways, I would just say that I don't know if we're qualified to be giving our opinion on this. I would just say that I understand what she's saying, and I don't think people should be questioning.
Especially
Literally a
her motive.
transgender woman.
Yeah.
her motive.
Literally
yeah,
a transgender
exactly.
woman. It's her opinion. You can't say that
It's wrong.
that's
Yeah.
wrong. Like
I-
listen, she is the most
outspoken for that community.
like
probably the
she's
most
been
qualified
through
as
all
well,
this.
too,
She's
right?
the
Yeah,
most.
she-
She is.
She
the,
won Woman of the Year.
No,
She
world-
broke barriers.
She did it all.
But
a joke.
she broke barriers. She is an Olympic world class athlete. She's been through all this. I think she understands better than your average person.
Yeah.
That's all I would say.
Hold on. Ben Askren was also an Olympic athlete, and he got knocked out by Jake Paul.
But bro, what? That is not the same. What we're talking about?
Bro, we are not Jake Paul. Got your hat.
He's still got
Your hat.
We're giving him.
We're giving him clout, and we're not doing it.
We gotta talk about him after though.
No, we're not talking about
We're not talking
shit.
about him.
No, we're not talking about him, bro. I'm done.
Yo, so listen, Ontario government must reopen immediately outdoor spaces, says Canadian Pediatric Society.
Open these cheeks.
So basically, we're outdoor.
Leg on the play.
Ontario outdoor activities are canceled until June 2nd.
Oh.
Kamar's just seeing this for the first time.
Kamar, so this is clearly news to you. Can you give us a live
But
response?
hey,
What?
guess what? But one
Yeah,
thing that's important that I definitely agree with is that quote right there. We cannot overstate the extent of mental health crisis facing children.
That's from the Canadian Pediatric Society.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Wow.
They are coming out and saying,
Hit it
"Nah,
right on the
fam."
head, bro.
They're
Yeah.
saying,
Hit
"Not
it right
fam."
on the head. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's true, bro. Like especially with the weather getting better, you cannot say that. Hey, we got to keep everybody indoors.
That's just not reasonable.
Bro, we
That's not
have
reasonable.
some of the top doctors across the province literally opposing this. They're
Yeah.
saying, "No,
Yeah.
we can't keep doing this. Like if it's skateboarding or running or the park or golf, these are outdoor activities that people can they can wear masks, they can stay spread out.
Yeah.
We need it for our mental health and our sanity. That it's really not contributing to a major factor of
COVID.
our ICUs,
Yeah.
hospitalizations.
And then what's going to happen is people are just going to sneak and do it anyway. So now you're going to have all these illegal gatherings of people like hiding. And then guess what? Okay, well, you can't do it in public space. Let's go
So you got to
somewhere
hide
private.
and be closer together, and it's just
Exactly.
the whole thing kind of circumvents itself. Like
Yeah.
it just doesn't really.
It's not right.
Especially at this point, I think I don't understand why there's lip service. Like, when is the next Canadian election, or at least municipal or Ontario-based election?
Ontario's next year.
So,
2020.
Facts going to be voting his ass out. That's all I'm saying.
but yeah, so that means people are going to be campaigning pretty soon, right?
Right.
So,
But what do you think?
Well,
what do you think?
no
half of these,
campaign outside. That's all
what
I'm
do you-
going to say.
What do you think half of these messages are for, bro? Ford has spent the last month attacking the federal government over like so many things, and he's just putting into little political plays
and denying help.
yeah, and denying help. Yeah, they're literally offering help in multiple ways, and he's like,
Yeah.
okay, I know I said I want to help, but
yeah.
no.
So he's just trying to do it to clown on the conservatives? Is that
No,
kind
the
of
federals.
the
feds,
federals,
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
liberals,
Oh, yeah,
the
yeah, the
liberals,
liberals,
yeah,
sorry.
yeah. Don't get me wrong. I'm not saying the feds aren't worthy of a lot of crap right now, but it's
yeah.
not literally. He has to do his job.
I think it's going to be interesting for sure. And once they start needing to campaign, everything's going to open up. Just because now all of a sudden it's okay. for them.
100%.
Oh, yeah.
Incentive. We need
100%.
people. We need people out there at the
They'll
polls.
be like
Yeah. We
Jehovah's
get out
Witnesses
there.
at everyone's door. Like,
Dude, yeah,
vote
you
conservative.
know what they're going to do? They're going to be like, hey, listen.
Can I come in?
Yeah, that vaccine lineup, by the way, if you vote, we'll fast track you.
Yeah,
Right?
right.
Sponsored by the liberal government of
Yeah.
Canada. right?
Download this app. Vote for us, and you're gonna get this code.
Yeah, exactly. $10 off Uber Eats, right? The liberal government. You know what? The Chinese Communist Party not looking so bad right now.
No, absolutely not, bro. Absolutely not.
They seem to have things right.
I'll take
I
my,
like this.
They,
bro.
I'll
they
take
seem
my
to be,
Canadian
they seem to be on the
government any
same
day.
page.
No, I'll
That's
take
what
the
I
Canadian
like.
government any
Honestly,
day.
yeah. Plus
Bro,
the internet
sorry.
censorship too coming out, taking paid.
Well,
routes.
yeah, the Chinese government not looking too different
Are we
right
going
now.
to talk about that too while we're on the topic
Bill
of
C-51.
politics? Are we
What
gonna talk
happened?
Bill
What happened?
C10? Bill C10?
Bill C10.
I thought it was
Ben, let them-
C-51.
No, C10. Bill C10.
More like, see you later.
Yeah, seriously.
Plan Bill C10 to make it crystal clear. Social media.
Okay, so
uploads
basically,
won't be
Bill
regular.
C10 is.
We're not sponsored by IAMS. Hold on.
What? Oh, it's.
There's an IAMS at. Okay.
Sheesh. Okay,
Get the fuck out.
so the feds are trying to implement Bill C10,
Right.
and they immediately came under fire from the NDP and the Conservatives and basically every Liberal voter and every Conservative voter and every NDP voter across the country that they're not okay with this and this is against our rights, against any democratic rights.
Right.
So they want to be able to control
Influence
media,
takedown.
what's on media.
Right.
They want to be able to control what news is playing, CBC, blah, blah. It's what they're going to put out. Think of like China. They're going to put out what they feel.
They want to be able to
Now,
give
they're trying
police-
to let
police-
people know that, no, that's not what we're going to do. We just want to make sure there's not bad stuff out there. It's like, well, yeah, but there's no line there. Like,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we're in
What do you
we're in
define
a
bad?
rights, a democracy where there's going to be fake stuff out there and there's going to be real stuff out there, and it's everyone's right to share opinions and stuff like that. And yeah, but this is this is a massive like
So
communist move.
So
And at the
it's
time,
just broadcasters, radio stations, TV stations that are paying into Canadian content development.
So I think there's some kind of like a tax or board or certification that basically, if you want to be a content producer in Canada, there's certain things. So like obviously there's pros to that: hearing impaired, closed captioning, a certain amount of programming has to be in French, all those rules.
Right.
What they want to do, and what's very clear to see, is this is step 1 of maybe step 5. You know, what they want to do is be able to say, hey, we don't like that. It doesn't support the narrative. So here's my problem. When the Liberals came into power, they gave $60 million towards the CBC.
Yeah,
they gave them $60 million.
They basically saved them. They saved the CBC.
I think it's a joke that if all of a sudden you decide that you have to inject $60 million towards a company, clearly the company's not good at making any kind of revenue whatsoever. So the fact that money was shoved into it, you just see, obviously it's going to be liberal influenced.
Definitely, yeah.
You know, hey, you know, like,
yeah,
you're not going to bite the hand that feeds you.
Definitely
Let's be very clear.
No, definitely not.
So the problem then becomes is they're going to jump into this and, you know, say that we want to start regulating the content on Spotify, Netflix, as if it's not already hard enough for content to get into Canada, because the royalties on whatever it is on Canadian content, half the time we don't see American shows here because of the licensing rights or whatever.
Exactly.
Because of these mofos. I'm sure there's a whole ecosystem behind how this stuff works and is regulated.
Yeah.
But, you know, the premium for a lot of content to come to Canada, the market's not big enough. They just don't want to pay it. So now they're going to be regulating stuff even harder. So maybe our library...
You always have to find ways around it to get yourself American Netflix and all that.
It's stupid, man.
It's ridiculous, man.
But and what they're saying is, no, they don't want to regulate anything on social media. But at what point does a guy with 1 million followers on YouTube, at what point is he now big enough that, hey, we kind of don't like your studios in Richmond Hill, you need to follow the guidelines of the Canadian programming. You know, maybe you need to make a certain amount of content in French or subtitles or closed captioning.
Right.
I don't think it's the government's business to do any of that. Like, they can't even police anything, let alone have the manpower to be able to jump into that. I think that's a big undertaking.
Slippery slope.
It's
very close to
it. It just sets a precedence for
because once you
infringe
on certain rights, it's like, where do we stop now?
You're just not going to get all the information.
Right.
Yeah.
And then we're going to lose at the end of the day.
And then it's like a Canadian producer or whatever. And, you know, just like what Nick said, at what point do you go from like an independent or someone doing
that's the gray area.
In, you know, for the fun or free time or whatever it is, to become now an official producer of Canadian content, if that's what you want to call it.
Yeah,
Can they change that like arbitrarily? Like they came up with this bill arbitrarily, and then they blocked it from being reviewed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right?
It's so anti-competition. It's just pathetic. Right, independent content creators are on the come up, and I think I say this with confidence too. I think in the next couple of years, you're going to start seeing the rise of all these mid-level media companies that basically will produce 10 or 15 shows, and they'll air them on their own platforms. Or like, look at this. If you have let's look at, you remember the show Letterkenny?
Yeah.
Let's just say they didn't get a contract with whatever they were, obviously Canadian, show. Imagine there's a media company that's mid-market that decides, you know what, we have a pretty significant investment. We want to have 10 shows under our umbrella. Maybe they're going to be live streaming on Twitch 24/7, and you're going to start seeing channels get into regular live programming. This is my prediction in the next couple of years because it makes a lot of sense. They're going to have an audience, and they're just going to know that you can go tune in on Twitch at 7 to, whatever Canadian mid-level marketing company, and Letterkenny is on at 7. This is the future that I think is coming, and this is a step to get in front of it, which I don't like, because you're going to start seeing, like, again, I know I joke about this all the time, but a podcast like ours, there's going to be mid-level, mid-market guys who decide, you know what, this is the podcast channel featuring American podcasts or best Canadian podcasts or crime, whatever it is, and there's going to be regular TV programming because people can't be live all the time. And I think people are going to start understanding that you take a channel, you dedicate it towards it, and you start filling time slots. It's going to happen. And this is their way to kind of step in front of it and basically not allow those mid-market guys to take over.
It's like
I don't think that's
Reels
the incentive
area on Instagram, just like on.
Oh, the Reel, yeah.
It's essentially that.
I don't think that's their incentive for doing this, but I do agree that that's what it would also do. That's one of the things that this would do. What I think is so slimy though is that this is all happening in the middle of a pandemic.
Yeah, well, people are kind of like,
okay, is the reason why they're doing this because they're seeing people like the Chris Sky guy, and they're seeing all the misinformation out there about COVID and what it's generating and creating out there, and are they getting scared of that, and they're like, we need to put an end to this?
I don't care. You still don't get the rights.
No, I know, but I'm saying that's got to be the motive behind it. Otherwise, I don't even know why they bring this up in the middle of a pandemic like this.
Right.
It's kind of
There's so many things we have to worry about, and they're trying to infringe on our rights.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is pretty slimy.
They try and slip in extra little stuff into like their regulations or laws, and Trudeau and his government's doing this, but Ford did that as well with some of his education and nursing cuts in the middle of a pandemic.
In the middle of a pandemic, kind of.
Yeah.
Before and in the middle of it. Yeah. They're both governments.
Read the room, man.
I know, that's pretty brutal.
Seriously.
Yeah.
Yo, so I want to just jump into this. Do you guys remember Disney's Fillmore?
Yeah.
Yeah. That chicken was dry.
Can we do a reaction to this
Dry.
shit where he curves Fenny?
You were in on it from the beginning, weren't you? And when I came along, you saw the chance to use me to nail Winston and go into business for yourself.
Fillmore, that may have been how it began, but it's complicated. I still have feelings for you. Can't you look the other way? Just this once.
You played me for a sucker, Penny. I'm not going out like that. Not for you. Not anymore.
Talk to her, Black
Be
King.
at HQ first thing in the morning. Don't make me come get you. And one last thing, baby. That chicken was dry. Real dry.
That's like a slap in the face.
Bro, hit her where it hurts, man.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Hit her where it hurts, man.
Who do you think put that together?
I have no idea, but that's amazing.
That was funny, man.
You've never seen that?
I have just
Never,
a while back.
I've never seen
The
this.
chicken was dry.
You never seen?
No,
You never watched Fillmore?
No, I've never watched it.
Bro, the guy had the
As-
Cornelius.
watched
Cornelius
it.
Fillmore. And
Wow.
how old was he? Why is he bald? That's not
Michael, you have no.
No, I wasn't bald at 14, bro. How old is he?
Yeah.
When did you go bald?
Like 21 or something, 22.
Cap.
What?
Wow.
I was in uni. I wasn't bald in uni.
Yeah.
Coming at him.
That's pretty wild though, eh? Disney's Fillmore. He curves her nice and hard. You know,
Yeah.
he looked like he was gonna go like wipe the tears off her cheek, hits a garage door.
Boom.
You just
Swerve.
don't get TV like that.
Is that
these
real
days.
one of the week?
Bro, that's a real king protecting his
Wait, who was
feelings.
real one of
right
the
there,
week?
bro? Just might be him, man.
Canelo?
Real one of the week.
Canelo?
Canelo.
eh?
Bro, did you see the
I didn't even get
post?
to watch the fight,
Did you see
man.
the post? His
It's too late.
post-fight interview where Boo Boo is the fighter. He's like 30-0 or something like that as well,
Right.
like a record. And he's wearing a shirt and it says, "Canelo and Saunders are both afraid of Boo Boo." That's like his nickname. And what a stupid nickname. And Canelo, he's like, "Oh, hey Canelo," and as if he's a reporter. And he's like, "I just want to say, like, I really respect you. I really like you." And Canelo's like, "Thanks." And he's like, "But why are you like ducking me? Like, why don't you face me? Why are you and Saunders both afraid of me?" Sort of thing. And Canelo just starts laughing, and he's like, he's speaking English like Canelo, and he's like, "Listen, man. First of all, you're a shit fighter." He's like, "Second of all, get the fuck out of here." and the guy's like, "No." And then his own Boo Boo's dad is there. He's like, "You don't talk to my son like that." And Canelo's laughing. He's like, "Is this guy serious? Like, is he serious right now?"
Oh,
Like,
wow.
Wow.
Did you just watch what this guy did?
I know, bro.
Like,
Yeah, that's a hard.
I didn't even
And
get-
this
I
guy,
didn't even
bro,
get to
he's like,
watch it.
he I think he said to him, he's like,
that.
"You've literally fought nobody in your life." He's like, "You fought a bunch of nobodies. I'm not fighting you." He's like, "It would be over in like the third, fourth round." Like,
Damn.
it would be
Can we
way
see-
worse
can
than
we-
Billy
Can we
Joe.
see some highlights of this fight?
Wait, what was it? Canelo?
Canelo.
versus
Canelo.
Billy Joe.
Billy Joe.
Saunders, right there.
Saunders.
Highlights.
I almost said Smith.
Full-
He broke his orbital.
Yeah, man, that was a heavy punch, man.
that's an insane punch.
That's a weigh-in.
And he ducked right into it too, man.
It's
Yeah.
crazy because that's
Fight
the
highlights
same.
right
It's
there.
the same kind of shit he hit Triple G with routinely, and
But Triple G's a
just
monster.
ate it, bro. It's so
Triple
nuts.
G's a
Into
monster,
the
bro.
so
At
corner,
nuts.
ropes
36.
and
Let's
thumps
hear
him
this.
to the body with a right hand. That's a round for the
Who's this?
Mexican.
No, that's not.
Round 3, eh?
This was like round 8, I think, the knockout. So the TKO.
Let's just see this highlights, man. Round 4, okay.
A nice combo at the start of the fourth is a reminder of what Saunders can do. Canelo replies with a straight right and a left hook to the body. This is a busier round for Saunders, but it still feels
This guy
like
a
Canelo
robot?
has
This guy
done
a-
more.
Pure power, man.
Yeah,
Thing is,
and
the
what
thing
was
is too,
smart,
Billy Joe Saunders has zero power in comparison to Canelo.
Yeah, Canelo, you can
Bro,
just...
there was levels difference between these two.
It's just crazy though, because he was a puncher.
It's just a sharp fist too, right? Like Canelo's so
Oh
sharp
yeah,
with
it's
his
so this guy's
Nice
been
double
fighting
jab
so
by
much.
Saunders, who is still moving well on his back foot. Looping left hand by Saunders, who now looks very confident.
What is his voice?
Just automated.
For real.
Wow.
What's his royalty-free track in the background?
See, what was so smart too? Every time Canelo would push him up against the ropes, he'd just throw a heavy body blow. Because at that point, you can't.
Canelo loves body
Swing
blows.
and a miss from
Canelo
Canelo.
also
Then
loves the
Saunders
ropes, right?
lands a lovely
That's why he
counter.
wanted a big ring.
Saunders has his hands down.
That is
His
a
feet
pretty
are
big
moving
ring, too.
quickly,
Yeah,
and he
man.
looks
It's
full
like
of
24,
confidence.
bro.
He sticks his tongue
Do you
out.
get to pick what
Probably
size
another
ring you
round
want?
for Saunders.
Well, you can
no,
discuss. You
Saunders
can-
Saunders went to him and said, "Can we get a 20-foot ring?" And Canelo's like, "Sure." And then he goes back, goes 22. He goes,
So
okay.
they got to Texas, and Saunders looked at the ring and said, "I'm not fighting in this ring." He said, "Make it bigger." And Eddie Hearns was like, "Okay, but I'm gonna have to go to Canelo and ask." And so they do it, and Canelo's like, "Yeah, sure, I'm gonna beat him up anyways." And then he's like, "Actually, no, I want."
Canelo
24
is
foot."
cutting a frustrated
And
figure
Canelo's
at
like,
the
"Yeah, sure, I don't
moment.
care."
Saunders' defense is on point. Really impressive round from Saunders.
can't
This
really
is
get
a
away
very,
from each
very
other.
difficult fight to score.
It's easier to get
Well,
away
he was
from each
running.
other.
He was yeah, it's
Yeah.
bigger, right? So he was
You
running.
don't
all
get
fight.
trapped up against the
No,
ropes.
you don't
'cause
get
it-
trapped up against the ropes. Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
so-
Saunders was dancing for most of the fight.
Because
He
if you
was-
get in
he
the
was
ropes
running
with
around.
Canelo, he'll outbox you.
Oh yeah.
Wow.
When he gets knocked down.
Those are
It
so.
was
Yeah.
that, it was
No,
that
not-
same
not a
punch
knockout,
that
a
knocked
TKO.
him out.
Canelo
all the time.
uppercut forces Saunders to take one step
Or
back.
TKO.
Then Canelo
Yeah,
digs to the
stopped it
body.
after.
Saunders' eye is swollen horribly. Canelo is signaling to the crowd. A big round for the
Yeah,
Mexican.
he starts.
Big round for the Mexican.
I couldn't just call him by his name.
I know. Like what?
Look at him. He's like, "Yeah, let's go."
Wow.
But yeah, his eye was basically swollen shut.
Yeah,
Wonder how much they got for this fight.
25 million euro.
Canelo
for
Alvarez
Canelo
picked
and
up a
3 million
stoppage
euro
win
for
against
Billy
Billy
Joe.
Joe Saunders.
Good.
After an eye
this man's
injury
like
left
Thanos with
Saunders
the belts
unable
out
to
here, man.
continue.
Bro, that was good.
Canelo
Hold
Alvarez
all
cap-
those.
He couldn't even.
Yeah.
If he had someone holding some of the
How many
extra belts.
How
for
many
him,
belts does he have?
I don't know. 6 maybe.
I'm counting right there. 1, 2, 3. Right
No,
there.
no. He was holding.
No,
he was
that's
holding.
so that's in the division.
Yeah. So boxing, the way it works is they have 4, like, organizations.
Right.
So which is ridiculous, but a lot of people can have belts in literally the same division because you hold the WBO middleweight belt or you hold the WBC middleweight belt. So basically what Canelo is doing is he's going after they have to be in separate fights, right?
Yeah.
But he's going and beating every champion. He's taking their belts and he's like, I'm going to run multiple divisions and hold all of the organization's belts in all of the divisions.
Yeah.
Wow.
He wants to unify all the belts.
He's unifying all the belts to become a unified.
Anthony Josh was trying to do the same
Anthony
thing.
Josh was trying to do the same thing.
Dang.
So this is a unification title.
Yeah, so
Terrence
he-
Crawford.
So he
There's,
owns all of them now except for the
Yeah.
one against now he's
WBC,
gonna,
I
so now,
think.
so now he's gonna fight he wants to fight Plant next. Caleb Plant, who's like, bro, Caleb Plant's gonna go down in the first few rounds. He's not even as good as Billy Joe Saunders.
Wow.
Dang, dude.
Wow. So this guy's gonna be the undisputed champion.
Bro, he's already
He
proud.
already-
He's
he is,
the
he is. He's
yeah.
undisputed.
He's
Yeah,
a goat.
already- yeah,
He's
yeah.
the goat right
For
right
now,
now.
pound for
yeah.
pound goat. That's
He's
active
gonna. He's
fighters,
probably
yeah.
the only guy right now that's boxing that is pretty likely gonna go into the Hall of Fame of boxing.
Oh yeah, I
Like,
think
all-time great
I think his
status.
path has got to be top 10. He's got to be a top 10 path. The way he's going right now.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah, bro, his record's insane,
Yeah.
and he's fought like an insane.
Like
Also,
one
bro,
loss,
he's
right?
just getting into his prime now.
One loss.
Yeah. How old is he?
He just
Mayweather,
turned
yeah.
30,
Dang, dude.
so he's just
He's got
getting into
so
his
much
prime
time
now. Like,
56?
he's got another
56 fights?
56
Bro,
and
he's
1.
30 and 56 fights, man.
56 and
57
1.
fights, whatever.
2 fights a
And
year.
what's his record?
56 and 1, bro.
Yeah.
Monster. Who did he lose to?
Floyd Mayweather.
when he was like
Floyd,
22,
yeah,
bro.
you're
Yeah, he was 22 years old.
He was young as
And then he
hell,
has
man.
2 draws too.
Yeah, Triple G. What was it, Lara? Was that the other one?
Yeah, I don't know.
wow.
Did he get a rematch for those though?
He got the Triple G
Yeah.
rematch.
Okay, yeah. So he won. It doesn't that draw doesn't really matter
Eh.
then.
I think Triple G won the first one, so
Wow.
is
Okay,
what
boys.
it is.
Bro, that 118, 110 scorecard was bullshit. I laughed so hard. Why? Because I was telling Sean I actually rewatched that fight this morning, and I actually came out of it thinking, you know what? Like, it's a hot take, but I actually think that fight was a draw. So I was fine with it being a draw, but the 118, 110 scorecard was bullshit. Like, that was so, bro. Triple G won all the middle, like five or six rounds in the middle. Triple G won, and honestly, I don't know what Canelo was doing. He was backing up into the rings, having fun with it, and he's just taking a bunch of jabs, and he's just like toying with it, being like, "Yeah, it's not hurting me, but keep going." And I think he wanted to. I think he was trying to tire Triple G out, and he was surprised that Triple G's stamina could keep going.
Yeah, okay.
But when it comes to like the slow-mo highlights, Canelo was rocking him. Like every round, there was one or two just like ridiculous things, and you could see it in Triple G's face. He was getting bruised, swollen. And Canelo came out of that like almost a perfect face. He was just tired.
Wow,
that's athleticism.
And to do that against Triple G, who's literally also one of
the goats
of that class.
That guy's a hunter.
Yeah, man.
He literally walks people, like gets into the ring, walks them down, boxes.
That's his only loss. That's
literally all he does.
That's Triple G's only loss is against Canelo.
Wow.
Yeah. And he like knocks people out. People are scared to fight him.
Sucks that you lose your belt in the division.
Canelo said that's the thing about Canelo that like everyone's amazed by is that he doesn't say like the greats. He doesn't say no to a fight.
He doesn't say no.
He will fight like Triple G. Everyone was scared to fight Triple G. Normally that fight takes forever to make. He's just like, fuck it, I'll fight him.
Wow.
Shout out to him.
In Spanish though.
Yeah.
Espanol. So guys, remember we were clowning on Kamar like an episode ago, and we're like, hey, you can't grow chicken breasts. You can't grow steaks.
Lab meat steaks.
Well, apparently you can. And it's going to be for sale in the next 2 years, year and a half.
What?
So lab-grown chicken.
Take your shit talking back, fam.
I still don't want to eat it, so I don't care.
Do you think it's going to be any good?
Did you guys hear something?
I'm not trying it.
I'm not trying it, so I wouldn't know.
Yeah. Leave it for the vegans.
You know what I was saying? I also think insects are going to be on the come up.
Insects?
There's got to be a Toronto restaurant that pops up, dude, where they only serve insect food.
Out.
What do you mean out?
I don't need to eat that.
What if it was just crickets, like nothing crazy, and they made like really good cricket burgers?
Okay, why would I go there if there's Popeyes down the street?
Hold on a sec. Hold on a sec.
Have you ever had escargot?
I'm not planning on it either.
What do you mean? Escargot's not even bad.
I was asking if you've ever had escargot. That's all I was asking.
No.
Have you?
Yeah.
And?
It's actually...
It's pretty good.
It's really good, yeah.
But like what...
I only had it once.
I think the next couple years...
twice, maybe.
Dude, people are going to be like, yo, lab-grown chicken is all right, but then they're going to start pushing the limits and be like, okay, we're going to grow insects that specifically are used for consuming.
Well, I mean, do they... I don't think people are going to like lose their shit about growing insects. With growing like chicken and beef, there's huge amounts of land and gas and like different things that goes involved into it, right? I think like insects are... You can have like a farm producing insects.
You probably do it in your basement.
Yeah.
Grow insects.
I mean, I don't know if I want to eat basement insects, but...
basement crickets?
What's the big, like...
Free-range insects only.
The way you guys look at eating insects is the way vegetarians look at eating meat.
Yeah, good for them. I choose insects. I'm not gonna touch that shit. We don't talk shit to them.
So
Leave me alone.
You guys are out for the beef?
Yeah, I'm
the
blessed.
chicken?
I'm blessed.
I'm good, bro. I got my real options. So
I'm
I'll just
so
stick with
good,
that.
bro.
Okay,
Is that even halal?
Here's the question.
It doesn't need to be.
Here's the question.
You can't kill what's not alive.
Insects or bacon?
Neither.
No, it's a would you rather, bro.
It's a would you rather.
You literally have to. You don't actually doing it.
I'll do insects. Obviously.
Oh, geez.
Because guess what?
I can't eat
Pork
the
is
bacon.
haram, yeah. Pork's haram.
I don't think it's going to be weird to eat bugs in 20 years.
Bro, I don't know. It felt
because we're not gonna have
pretty
any
cool
other
when I was watching Lion King. When Simba was
Yeah.
eating that.
Oh, squashing all the...
Yeah.
For real.
With Timon and Pumbaa?
Yeah.
Kinda tasty,
I wasn't.
right?
It looked like a vibe still.
Yeah.
But then I grew up and realized it was not.
Nah, dude. If you can make cricket so imagine somebody figures out that you can make deep fried crickets and you blend them all together and you print them out like potato chips.
Oh, bro.
And it became like the healthiest alternative.
Why lie to me like that?
What do you mean lie to you?
At that point,
Why lie
just
to
feed
me,
me the
bro?
cricket.
Why?
Well, that sounds mad complex versus
Yeah.
making a potato chip, bro.
Yeah,
You cut
exactly.
that shit up, fry it, done.
It's not complex.
Fry a cricket.
That's like saying
flatten it
chicken
out,
nuggets are complex. How many
print
chicken
it.
nuggets do they sell a year?
Oh my god.
How many chickens does it take to make a chicken nugget?
Like a portion of one.
Yeah. You
Sorry,
mean
how many chicken
nuggets? How many chicken?
How many chicken nuggets do you get from a chicken?
Depends if you use the feet and the brain. And the claws.
Yeah, I think those are the things you leave out.
Do you think you'd be able to? Do you think? I know Sean can. Do you think you'd be able to hunt yourself or kill the animals yourself?
Go hunting?
No. Like, so say no one was going to get you the actual meat. Could you hunt the animal, kill it?
So there's no halal meat.
Would you be okay with killing the animal yourself?
First of all, why am I going backwards?
There's no
in time?
halal.
What the hell?
No, I'm not talking. I'm talking about a world in where
hunter-gatherer.
There's no grocery stores and stuff like that, and you have to be your own hunter to make food, because what else are you gonna eat?
I think it'd be easy to kill a chicken, dude.
I mean, it's kind of like I have no choice, right?
Yeah, exactly.
I have to eat.
Yeah. So do you think the first one would be hard? Like, do you think it would be hard to kill something?
Oh,
it's alive. I'm asking.
This is now
the
moral.
chicken.
Yeah, I'm talking about. I'm talking about
Obviously,
morals,
fam.
bro.
Yeah.
There
Of
are
course.
there's like
Yeah.
sounds and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
of
why I
course.
said I know you can, because I know you've been a part of that. So
Of course, but then I think that's where it comes, where you kill things from a distance, right? So you don't have to hear that stuff.
You still hear
how do you kill
You
a
can't
chicken?
kill it from a
How do you
distance.
kill
What are
a
you using,
chicken
a
from distance?
laser?
You know you have to
You have to chop its head off.
Yeah.
a laser, bro? A slingshot? What do you do?
Oh, so we're
Colin,
not
you
going.
have to make it
So we're
halal.
not going back in time. We're going to the future. Then.
Yeah.
Lasers.
Cut its head clean off so you don't have to hear any noise. Bro, are you using a lightsaber or something? to kill this
Actually, you don't
chicken?
have to hear it if you put your AirPods on. Don't we have a big AirPod?
Noise cancellation. Noise cancellation.
Yeah.
Noise cancellation. Nice it, chicken.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to hear it.
Turn on my noise cancellation when I'm going
At
hunting.
this point, just make it VR, right? Just make it and like animate it so it's not doesn't.
So it
look
looks like
it's
you're
not
killing a
realistic.
plant or something?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like,
Bro, you're gonna cut your own foot or some shit.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
just
I think
wielding
so.
like a knife, bro. You VR.
yeah.
Shit.
Bro, that's a cop out for sure. If you're using VR,
Hey.
if you're using VR to kill a chicken, man, like, I don't know. But do you think you'd be able to kill a chicken if it had lips?
What are you talking about?
If it had lips
What?
and it looked at you and was like,
Why? You like lips?
no, I'm just saying if it looked more human.
Oh.
What if it had lips? You can kill a chicken if it's got a beak. It looks like, stupid. But if it had lips, it was looking up at you,
Yeah.
I think you'd think twice.
I'd be thinking with my stomach. Yeah.
You don't think? Do you think they could crossbreed a chicken with lips?
I mean, they've been doing a lot of crossbreeding, so I don't know. It could be possible.
How many like mutations do you think that would take?
Bro, quite a lot.
Get rid of the beak. We want lips.
Yeah.
Can you imagine the chicken
years of
trying
lab
to
work.
eat seed off the ground? It's just like hitting his
Yeah.
lips on the ground. Get some
Yeah.
chopped ass lips, man. Get that thing some blistex.
Yeah,
Some
bro.
cocoa butter Vaseline out here, man.
Yeah, it'd be
Ashy ass.
it'd be a
chicken
downward
lips.
slope, bro.
How are you doing?
And you want your name changed? And you want your name
Goddamn.
changed?
Yeah, man, this guy's too
From
much.
what? That was nothing like that. That was
This guy heard lips. He goes, "Oh, it's not beaks anymore, eh?"
no,
Come over here,
No.
little chick.
no, I wasn't talking about that. Like it's like a chicken trying to eat seed off the ground, or it's chicken feed.
Seed.
Like it's chicken
Imagine
feed.
it was trying to eat seed off the ground, and just like
Yeah.
it was puckering up.
Yeah. It would be difficult, that's for sure.
Yeah.
No, but I wouldn't want to see that, man. That's weird, man. The amount of things like that we see, like ligers, stuff like that.
Bro,
That's cool though.
That's yeah, those kind of things are cool.
That's
but
cool.
then-
Or a donkey.
What?
You guys know about
Or
the
is it a mule?
Tasmanian
Or is it
tiger?
a mule? It's a cross between
Yeah.
like a horse and a donkey.
Tasmanian tiger?
no.
No, I've never heard of that.
Search this shit up, bro.
Is it
Tasmanian tiger?
Yeah.
What is it?
Look at it. It's this tiny tiger that's got like this huge jaw. It was extinct. It went extinct years ago, but they think they just found it again.
No, this thing is not worth the hype.
Look at the jaw. Like watch it
Oh,
open
those
its mouth.
things.
Yeah.
Those things. Yeah, those are ugly, bro.
What the hell? Yo,
Holy.
that's scary, bro. Look at
It
it.
Yeah.
looks like a
Yo,
fox,
watch it. Like
man.
They're
type in like
vicious
the
though,
jaw.
right?
Jaw. Like type in.
Jaw.
Yeah.
Tasmanian tiger jaw.
Open.
Wow.
It's a big mouth, man.
Yeah.
What that?
It's like an
mouth do, though?
alligator.
Wow.
Bro, what the hell?
Yeah.
Have you
Yeah.
guys seen a fox?
So what? It
Something out
went
of a horror
extinct.
movie.
What that
Yeah,
mouth
it
is.
went extinct, and they're saying that they found it again.
No,
What
they
do you
found
mean?
one. Yeah,
Yeah.
they were able to find one.
I don't know, like
In
New
life?
Guinea or some shit.
Oh wow.
Where? In this year or?
Yeah, recently.
No, it can't be this year. Not allowed outdoors.
Yo, is Sasquatch real or not?
Sasquatch? You think?
I think it used to be real.
Used to, and then
Yeah.
what happened?
Bro, there's
I
a
don't
lot
know
of
anymore.
things that were real,
But bro, there's these apes that are in. This was on Joe Rogan. Bro, there's these apes that were in South Africa,
Yeah.
Okay.
and they're like 6 feet tall. They stand up straight.
Yo, that's scary, bro. Don't even say that, fam.
Or they're chimpanzees. They're chimpanzees, so they're actually like meat eaters.
What, 6 foot? And can walk?
Yeah, they like stand up and walk with them. I can't. Bonomo apes, I think they're called or something.
Bonobo apes. Bonobo. Oh, Bonobo. Bro, that's
Or
scary,
maybe
bro.
maybe I got that one wrong.
That's fine. That's all good. I believe it. A panpeniscus.
I don't know what the thing's called, but
Bro, that is so scary, man.
I definitely think a Bigfoot was real. All the sightings. So we were just watching a show, Chelsea and I, on Amazon. It was talking about in the late 70s in Northern California, where all the hippies went out to grow marijuana.
Right.
It was hugely, like, apparently that was an incredible place for farming. Everybody was leaving San Francisco in droves to go up north for the simple life. And that's where all the Bigfoot sightings are.
Well, what if all those weed growers were just hallucinating?
Totally plausible.
It wasn't weed they were growing then.
Could be.
Why? You can, when you smoke weed, you can have like a trippy. you can have a trippy experience.
You can be paranoid.
Yeah,
but you're probably not going to hallucinate.
It's not a hallucinogen, right?
No, I know that. No, but you can obviously say, you know what? Oh, like.
You probably aren't seeing things.
I'm tripping out.
No, if it's in front of you, you're probably whatever you're seeing is there.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just may be paranoid though. Like
all right,
you hear
weed
something
man.
in the brush.
Yeah.
All right, weed man.
Yeah. For compliance reasons. Sean, do you have anything you have to get out?
No.
Okay, good. But yeah, I think Bigfoot's for sure real. I just think he's keeping low. He's just keeping a low profile.
Oh, you think he still exists?
I think so.
Why? What would?
I don't know why.
I think we would have found him by now.
Do you think he's
definitely,
How would you find him?
What are you talking about? They found.
There's not just one.
Bin Laden, brother.
What?
So one of the guys. Hold on.
We thought Tasmanian tigers were gone, and now they've been found. So
yeah, exactly. And one of the guys was saying.
Where would it be? Wasn't it around like North America?
Who?
Yeah, but one of the guys was saying like it's extremely difficult to find a black bear in Northern California. He said basically there's like maybe 300 wild black bears. He's saying they're never spotted.
Okay.
So he said, okay, imagine there's 100 Sasquatches. If you can't see a black bear, if there's 100 Sasquatches still left kind of in circulation.
No, but bro, they're huge.
But there's only one that go out
and you see me pretty often. I don't know.
What are you talking?
Never on time.
The only thing I can say is how come all of these things, all these conspiracies and the UFOs and all that stuff and aliens, why was that all 30 years ago before everybody had a phone? You know? That's what I want to know. Like, I know we brought this up in the first episode about ghosts. Why are there no modern ghost stories? Why are none of these things real and happening now? You know?
Right.
So, are you talking about...
I mean, UFOs.
I don't think ghosts show up in like 4K. That's probably why. Must be fat.
There's enough pixels though.
Yeah, there's 5G in the air now. They just stay away.
I don't think ghosts were like things that people saw. I think it was more of like they heard and felt.
No, I think they were ghosts.
No, but that they could actually see.
Probably.
Or is it just a presence?
Well, I don't think everyone can see.
I think
right?
no. Mostly it's like if you watch movies and stuff, like it's more of a presence, right?
Yeah, if you're talking about like that paranormal, like
who knows what like.
No, but obviously we're just
okay. Do you think you've seen a ghost before?
Never in my life.
Like, have you ever looked at like maybe a window or something, and you swear you see like a face
that
scares the shit out of you?
That's different,
bro. That's different, bro. Like you could say like, oh, this shadow was positioned in a way that it looked like it was moving behind the tree, but it's just lighting. You know, like it's.
Yeah, sure. There's those times, but there's also ones. But what about like when you look into a hallway and it's dark and you swear you see something?
Bro, that's you creating the idea that you saw something. Yeah. I really believe that's what
is it. What is it, a TED Talk? A fucking motivational?
Bro, yo, the mind is a powerful thing, bro.
You create your future. Don't let anyone else tell you otherwise.
You create your reality, bro. You can psych yourself out, bro. Yeah. You can psych yourself out.
I think
I believe you can. You can psych yourself out.
Of course you can.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm just saying, is it that all the time?
Yeah, I think so.
That's what they want you to think.
Unless, like, bro, you're not mentally stable. You know, like, and that's just your own reality.
Look, I think they're ghosts.
Yeah.
I know enough people that have told me that they've had like some sort of witness or experience with them.
Yeah. I'm sure there are ghosts.
And there's definitely possessions.
Yeah.
And that shit is scary.
Yeah, that stuff is like, it's actually scary.
Scary.
Yo, we got to get into more, and like now that we're better at the format, I think we got to do some debunking with these, ghost tales. Yeah, we'll put on a bunch of things and we'll.
Sounds like my drive.
That could be cool.
Yeah, we can do like debunking a lot of myths and stuff like that.
Yeah, yes or no, like America's Got Talent.
Yeah.
You gotta speak into the mic, come on.
There you go again, eh? Episode 4.
I swear to God.
Finally, side talk.
No, my mic got pushed up a little bit there. There we go.
You were the only one pushing it. So
I didn't touch it.
Yo, Khalid,
there's some ghosts out here touching my mic.
I think we're good.
Yeah, man, I'm not having no problems over here.
Should we hit the outro? Have we kind of? We're at like an hour 17.
Really?
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't even notice that.
Should we just? Yeah.
Wow.
Should we?
Well, yeah, I think that wraps it up, right, for today.
And our first sponsor.
Yeah. What
Apple AirPods.
No, Pacific Mall for Khalid's OVO.
Oh.
Yeah, true. I can't believe this.
Thank you to Pacific Mall for Khalid's fit today.
Just a little.
Buy one get one.
Just a little backstory.
Yeah.
I walk in and the guys are like, "What is that?" I'm like, yeah, it's an OVO tracksuit that I got, and these guys apparently don't think it's real, just because it's got some Asian writing on it.
It's not that we don't think it's real.
That was what you guys said though.
Bro, why do you gotta bring race into it?
Why you
No, that's what you guys did.
Is it on camera? Is it on camera?
So that's what we're doing.
You got the 2 for 1.
All right, bro.
You buy the sweater, get the pants for half price.
Said, yo, I see the writing on there. Why would OVO do a collab with them? That's what you said.
That's not what he said.
That's what he said.
Are you wearing New Era cap right now? Because you're capping, my guy.
That's pretty weird.
Shout out to OVO. They sponsored this. If you know, you know. Bro.
No, they haven't sponsored us.
Not yet, at least.
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet.
But Pacific Mall has.
The Mandem do not rate me. The Mandem do not rate. But listen, man, it's drip still.
Okay, hit us with the outro, bro. That's it.
We're done for today, guys. Thank you for tapping in with us again. You know, we're a bit late today, so we apologize for that. When we were going live, but we got banned anyway, so it doesn't matter. So, bro, apparently we did something. I don't know what we did.
As soon as we said
we just arrived, bro.
Yeah.
But shout out to our haters, bro. I think it might have been our haters.
That's sick.
Might have been the haters again.
Might have they strike again, but
Yeah.
regardless,
6K,
we're still here pumping this content, man. Whether
That's
you
true.
like it or not. We're gonna be in your
That's
faces.
true.
We're gonna be in your houses. We're gonna be on your billboards, bro. We're gonna be all over the place, bro. So you might as well. Might as well accept us now.
We're gonna be pumping in your faces in your household without your consent.
Giving you our cum coins.
Holy shit.
Whether you like it or not, we're gonna be there. We're gonna be all up in your face. It doesn't matter.
Sounds non-consensual. All right.
That's
Especially
it.
with COVID going on.
In this today's culture, bro, you gotta watch what you say, bro. With consent.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day.
Happy Mother's Day to all the moms.
How did we not even bring that up? Yo,
That's
shout out
crazy.
to all the Dukes, all the moms out there. We love you.
Isn't it Duchess?
You know?
Duke? Is that Duke and
Mama
Duchess?
Dukes.
Mama Dukes.
Yep.
I know, but
Shout out
it's
to
like
all
Duke
the
and
hot
Duchess.
mamas showing up on Instagram right now. Shout out.
Whatever it may be, but listen, shout out to all the moms out there, man, for holding us down, making us the men that we are today.
I like it.
You know, putting us in a position to be successful, looking out for us. We love you. We appreciate you. And this episode goes out to you guys, man.
That's right.
All right.
Yeah. Real ones of the day, man.
Real ones.
Yeah,
Real ones
of the week.
Real ones of the week. Real ones
Our
of
mothers.
the week. Our
Nice.
mothers, man. Shout out to them, man.
HuddleTalk TV's mothers.
Couldn't be anything without you guys.
Yeah, not your mothers, just ours.
Damn.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Happy Mother's to all mothers.
That's it. Boys, episode number 4, we're out.
Yeah, we're wrapping it up. Thank you guys for tuning in. Catch us next week. Sunday, we'll be right back at it.
Live at 11.
Live
The
at
ban
11.
won't stop us.
The ban won't stop us, bro. The haters can hate, but this content, it's going to get pumped out regardless, bro.
I love it. Alrighty, that's it, boys.
All right. Later.